Appreciate them. Thank the Lord for the preached word. Often at the end, our conclusion always just kind of meditate with the Lord and thank Him for another day He saw fit and has seen fit to bless us with a word. So I know once we without a word, we're in trouble. I was thinking on earlier when Israel were without vision. In the book of Samuel, you talked about how they were without vision. The people knew they was in trouble. You know, it would be just a tragedy with what we learned to get to a point of stoppage. The Lord should see fit to say, henceforth there'll be no more visions. Isn't that right? No more opening of dark sayings. Saying dark simply because the people couldn't see it. It was hid from them. Paul began to talk about how if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost. There's a lot of people observing the Sabbath, keeping feast day, holy day, but they lost. Whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them that believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. It's a blessing. And the Lord has seen fit to shine down upon us one more time, one more opportunity, just to be able to look into His word again and cause us to sit in heavenly places. You know, if any knowledge, any understanding of God's word, got to come from Him. James declared that all good gifts, every good and perfect gift, comes from above, from the Father of light, in whom is no variance, nor shadow turning. God not moving from His word, whether the way of God church contends or intends to stay on the path and obey God's word, or we decide that we're going to move. Sunday's better, it's more convenient. There's some things we need to get out from the Bible and stop using because it's just outdated and it's primitive for us today. And we got to sit down and look at basically what's best for us. God's plan ain't going to change. I thank the Lord for that. There's a lot of people that have leaned to their own understanding in all their ways. They didn't acknowledge Him, so therefore He could not direct their path. It's a blessing. We've gone a journey. We've gone a ways. We've been around and traveled and moved and done a lot of things over the course of time. We've seen people come. We've seen people go. But God's word has remained the same. Isn't that right? Thank the Lord we ain't seen nobody leave and take the word. We'd be in trouble. Isn't that right? So thank the Lord He kept us intact, holding on to His word, unchanging, unmoving, and never wavering from what the Lord has established for us and for our soul's salvation. That's the most important thing. With everything you battle and you deal with, you can still thank the Most High God that He is good. He is gracious. I tell you, from week to week, oftentimes wonder, is there a word from the Lord? Will there be a word? I know some of you take for granted. I know Pastor got a word. I know Pastor, I'm always waiting and staying in tune and listening. When He see fit to say, hold your peace. That's not a word. We're in trouble. If He say you just got to go with what you know at this point, we're in trouble. We can't lead ourselves. Isn't that right? We can't afford to be comfortable, church. We got to do all we can and try to come up higher to make sure we sit down and we make a reservation and get into God's kingdom. That's going to tell us examining our life, examine our inner and our outer man, seeing what we can remove, what we can change, what we can do better. Because our goal is that we all make it in. That's our goal at the end of the day. That's what it got to be what you're working for, that you can enter into God's kingdom. Nothing else matters. Nothing else supersedes that. Once we get off that plan, we're in trouble. Once we start looking and leaning to everything, we're in trouble. So we thank the Lord for being ever so gracious to us. Certainly appreciate our beloved members that were not able to be here today with us. Those out of town as well as those that are sick is usually among us in attendance. We thank the Lord and we ask the Lord to bless them and keep them. Turn them back to us safely. Isn't that right? Again, we ask those that are watching in, willing, Lord, to lend in their heart to support what our goal is, to get us a place that we can sit down and rest a while, just till we get back in the place He swore our fathers. Isn't that right? We don't need it for long. I was talking to the agent today. He said, man, you hold on this thing, and 7-10 years from now, it's going to come back. I'm like, you have no idea what our plans are, do you? All we waiting on is the Lord to say, it's time to move. We listening for a sound. Isn't that right? We start hearing the sound, what we got to do? Matter of fact, He told us when you see the Jews start returning back to Palestine, He told them to look out. We headed back. We listen for a sound. Isn't that right? When the sound comes, we got to go. You know what the difference between us and the world? These people waiting on calendar dates and Gregorian dates. All we waiting on is for the cloud to move. whether it was day or night, they had to go. And the Lord see fit, we might have leave here at night. That mean, if you really look, that's always been our premise. Isn't that right? I'm used to trying to wait for daylight to come. It might be at night more than likely for us. The Lord see fit, say, you know what? Get the people up and get them ready. Y'all keep checking your email. Y'all hear me? Y'all ain't got to go on the job and tell the people you just going to be there to something better come and you're going to leave. I would be the last one that said Brother Tim said. Isn't that right? Not me right. Not Tim Mike either. So you got to figure which one it is. Isn't that right? All these Tims we got. But isn't that truth being told, though, y'all? Y'all better keep checking his email. Be checking your text messages. Because the Lord said it. All I'm doing is listen for a sound. When the cloud move, tell the church, whether it be night or whether day, so whether they abode there a week or a year, when that cloud move, they had to go. Now, I'm believing by faith, God going to get us back to where we got to go. And we ain't going to have to scuffle to get there either. I'm believing God work. I'm believing God going to return. He said he's going to bring us back just like in a clean vessel. Isn't that right? They're going to take us back. We're going to be clean. When the children of Israel came out, they didn't come out nasty. They had great substance. It only makes sense he's going to do that for us. That's how they came out. Look at our premise. Isn't that right? We ain't going to be nasty when we leave here. We're going to leave out here just like a clean vessel. And the Lord going to return us back to our native land of our fathers. That's what I want to see. That's where I want to be. Isn't that right? There's no other place I desire to be other than God's kingdom until he come back. Let me go and dwell in the good land. Isn't that right? I mean, reading about it is one thing, it's another thing to be. I don't want to go with no false church on no excursion over there to look around. I want to be there. When I get there, I want to be there till the Lord see fit to call me home. I'm ordering the church. He should see fit to return to church, and my death should overtake before we go back down. I tell you, Joseph said, no of a surety, the Lord going to deliver us back into that place. Y'all hear me? And when y'all get there, take my bones with you. Don't leave me in that place. I don't want to be here. If the Lord see fit to return to church and I don't see it in my day, take my bones with you. Get me out of this place. I'm like Joseph. I don't want to be left in Egypt. If I die in Egypt, don't leave me here. Get me back to the place of my fathers. My soul is tired and weary, and America don't have nothing to suffice it. There's no reason for me to stay to hold on to this place. As our father Jacob said, now I contend and re-utter it unto us all. I got to get out of here while I'm still able. I need to get out of this place where I can still make it in for myself, like our forefathers said. I got to get out of this place. Isn't that right? While we can still make a way for ourselves, we got to get out of here. So whatever y'all do, don't get too held up on this stuff. And don't get too held up on people. Because somebody going to turn around the last minute and say, that ain't a good time for me. I'll meet you there. You got to be ready to still be able to go that night. I just got my mind say, whoever ain't ready, I ain't even mad at you. I can tell you right now before I leave, I ain't dragging no cameras. I ain't trying to drag no system nowhere. I'm just trying to get out. You know what happened that night when the children of Israel had to go? All they was able to do to get out with the stuff on their back and their kneading pots they had. They ain't have time to even put leaven in the bread. Ain't going to have time. I ain't tell y'all be ready to pack up. We're going to be like the children. We get out of here. We ain't going to have time to pack this junk up. I'm waiting on the movie come to go, leave that junk alone. When the Lord get ready to call her, we got to get out of here. Y'all hear me? Got to stay ready. Keep you some clothes laid out somewhere. Isn't that right? We got to be ready. The Lord call her. We got to come out and we get ready to go. It's going to be a great night. That's the night the Lord see fit to return us back home. And make no mistake, when we get there, we're going to be persecuted. Those hypocrites, they're going to come and they're going to pursue us. They did it before. I know they're going to do it again. They're going to get in hot pursuit behind them. They're going to ask us just like Pharaoh did. They're going to ask us to pray for them. They'll try to play us just like Laban played Jacob. They act like they out for our good. No sooner we leave, they're going to be right in behind us. I know they're going to come in to try to seek us in the land. But we cry and call on our God. His feet going to stand upon the Mount of Olives. He's going to fight for us just like he did in the day of battle. I'm waiting. Paul said, we witness the redemption of these creatures. Make no mistake, people, they ain't going to let us out of here without a fight. These idiots going to come hot behind us. They're going to come and they're going to try to use freeing words to try to pretend and act like they for our good. They're not for our good. Do just like he told them, the children of Israel before, and I'm going to tell y'all now, make no league with these people. Don't y'all make no league with them. Every one of our people did it, they burned them. He speak with faulty tongue. I ain't making no league with these sinners. I don't believe nothing they tell me. I ain't going to believe it. You ain't going to make me believe it. I got my eye on the prize. Too many of our people believed them and trust them. They came to us and they lied to us. They wore old clothes and shoes and brought molded bread and swore that they came from somewhere and they mean us no harm. And we made a league with them. I'm not making no league with these people. Y'all hear me? I'm not going to be satisfied till I get back over in the place of my fathers until our God establish his kingdom. That's our hope for the Way of God Church. That's not your hope. I ain't mad with you. I'm glad you came by to see us. But I would advise you to take your membership and move on, because our goal is to get back where he swore. I might well not take the rest of the book if I don't believe it. He say it's his determination. They got all nations down. I got to make preparation. I can't do like Adam and try to run high at the last minute. I know God coming back. I'd be a fool not to be ready. So I already learned how to just dissociate myself from so many things. Started trying to change my satisfaction. Before I was satisfied with some things. Before I was satisfied with right school districts and neighborhoods. Before I was, but my desire changed. Just as it was with Jacob. For a little while, he was good standing out with Laban. But after the course of time, he realized, I got to get back to the place of my fathers. God swore it to me. I'm going to keep asking God to return me back, because he's turning my heart already. He told me what he was going to do. So we're going to turn the hearts of the father, children, and the heart of the father, lest he come and smite the earth with a curse. My heart is so longing for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, their covenant, their promise. Where your heart at today? Where your heart at today? Is your heart not to be back with me and God blessed? Why would he take them now? See, I've given all this to you and your seed forever for an inheritance. Why wouldn't I want what God gave me? Everything this man gave me, he came back and he took it. He lied to me. He conned me. But I wanted to believe it. Now I seek a better place. When Jacob was there with Laban, he couldn't never testify that with his land. I don't care what he gave him. All he can let him know, I'm just a pilgrim. You know, when he met Jacob and he got him there, you know what he called him? Brother. Brother. He said, me and you brothers. That worked for a little while. Like he told me. He told me I was an American. Told me to pledge his flag. Told me I had constitutions and amendments that guaranteed me rights. I found some holes in this story, just like Jacob found with Laban. You know what I found out? The good thing that happened to you is only happened because I've been here. I got to get out of here. I'm going to mess around and all our blessings going to fall on this man and we keep staying here. I got to get back home. I want the Way of God Church to settle y'all minds on that. This is not our home. Y'all going to stop this. And we got to get out of here. While we still got opportunity chance to make provision, we got to get out of here. This man is only established and been built and got as far as he got because we've been here. God swore it. He said, my spirit had never departed from you. That's the only reason this place missed that. This place should have fallen a long time ago. As soon as we leave, Pharaoh and his army, they're going to be in hot pursuit. Because God going to give him madness. He said, I tried the horses with mad. His horses, they're going to be furious. His planes, his ships, they're going to be driving with fury to try to pursue us. God said, I make them mad. They're going to be driven so to pursue us, that idiot ain't even going to see. They're going to be to his fall. By the time he get up to the place and figure he got a corner, then shall the Lord come. And he's going to fight for us, as in the day of battle. We're not going to need to have to worry about trying to fight him. So whatever you do, don't worry about packing up no ammunition. No guns and no knives. If you got one, it's enough. It's enough. Our God going to fight for us. Our God going to come back and he going to fight for his people, for his inheritance. Isn't that right? So don't make no mistake now. Don't think they're not going to pursue. They let them leave Egypt that night, but no soon after. They pursued them. God said, I put it in his heart. God had put it in Pharaoh's heart right here in America. When he let us go, he going to pursue us. So make no mistake, that dummy going to come. Don't you be afraid. He told all Judah to hearken, because this battle It's not ours. It's the Lord's. It's going to be a fight. God going to fight for us. When we cry, then God going to answer. Isn't that right? So He's going to have to afflict us. We have to take some things. But our God going to fight for us. That's our confidence. I don't want to die over Him. I don't want to leave over here in a God-forsaken place. This is the wilderness for us. After a while, God is going to see when enough people die off, enough of these people gone. He's going to tell us, take your journey. Y'all been in this place too long. It's time to take you back over to the place. When He get us back over to the place, it won't be long, God coming back. These stupid people don't realize, in order to go, He had to give us a desire. He said, you can't even come into Him except the Father will send me, draw you. He's starting to draw us to desire. Not all of us. How many of y'all desiring to go back? Had that always been your desire? Had you always even imagined going back? I thought of one time maybe, even if I went with a false church, just go over there and try to look at it and come back. Nah. All I want is a one-way ticket. One-way ticket. I ain't looking to cross back over. Isn't that right? When we get back over, you're going to make your mind up like Joshua told them. You need to choose you this day. And you're going to go back over across this water and serve the other gods of the nation. But as for me in my house, I'm staying right here. I'm looking for the Lord to come back and move us and get us out of here. I hope these people watching know somebody, because I know it's a lot of rich millionaires and billionaires that might some kind of way somebody know can hear them, and they can say, it's this guy. I'm so sick of this bald-head nigga running his mouth by going back to Jerusalem. Him and them other niggas. I'm not even offended. Is there any kind of way we can get some money, pull some money together to get us out? I said, look at God. Y'all see old bald-head nigga up here just a crying and hollering. Snot bubbling out. I can see my God moving. Isn't that right? We got to get ready to get out of here. That's all I'm saying, church. We got to get ready to get out of here. Even with our move we looking to make, ain't nothing permanent for us. Not until we get all the way back home. Isn't that right? Ain't nothing permanent. We just got to look at everything now. We got to start downsizing on some things. Just start looking at it. I already know I'm not going to be. Why wait like Adam? I hear the sound. Why would I try to cover with something other than what He told me to use? I can see the signs of time. I can feel the breeze let me know that the times are changing. We got to get ready. We got to get ready, church. Isn't that right? So let's try to get ready and make preparation. Again, we ask those supporting what we're doing. We certainly appreciate those that already have through PayPal, that send checks, as well as the members. Always I thank the members. Never think I slight you all at all of what you do. I appreciate you. You know what our goal and what our plans are. We thank the Lord for others. The Lord placed on their heart to be a blessing and to help us, that we can see fit to get a place to sit down permanently here, well, not permanently, just for a little while. Let's say that, just for a little while. Isn't that right? Until He see fit to return us back out of here. But whatever y'all do, just know of a surety, our God will allow us to get back. Isn't that right? I believe that in my heart. God's going to allow us to get back. And remember, I told y'all, take my bones with you. If I don't see it in my day, I know God going to do what He say He's going to do. It will not be because He's not able. Maybe He'll only let me go so far and say after this, let the next man carry the people on, as He did with Joshua. Isn't that right? As God, let me just see it. If I can just look over and just let me see it. But I desire that the Lord return us there just until He come back and set us up in His kingdom. That He's going to set up forever. Place we don't have to worry about leaving them. We don't have to worry about war stories anymore. We don't have to worry about the enemy trying to pursue us. We don't have to deal with who hate us. We don't have to worry about affliction and sickness no more. God got a tree for us. And about 12 mantles of fruit in their season. And the leaves of the tree. He's something, the Lord, I heal all your diseases. I won't be in a place that's already been made up for me, because He already know about all my weaknesses and everything in my strength. So He got a place prepared for me. I don't have to worry about that no more. I don't have to worry about the enemy no more. I don't have to worry about being lied on, being false accused. Not in God's city. When I get there, I got a new name. It's better than that of the sons of men. Isn't that right? That's my desire. And He write a new name upon. I've already been tatted up for the world. Folks come along getting tatted up with all these people fooling. I want to write on me His name and His city, New Jerusalem. So when I'm give you a white stone, Ain't that right? I want to be there with him. I want to go home. Anybody homesick? I'm homesick. I want to go home. Ain't that right? No more dying. Ain't that right? So we wait. We wait. We're working toward that goal at the Way of God Church. We're working toward that goal. I just want to be real. I just want to hold God to his word by obeying it. And I know God has put it in our heart, not for no reason. It's for a reason. Let us know we got to start making preparation. Ain't that right? We got to make preparation. I said it might be at night. Might not be unto you the best time for you, but it'll be the time the Lord has chosen. It's time for y'all to get ready to go. Ain't that right? And I ain't dragging no camera for no live streaming, no system and nothing else. I ain't got time. When the Lord put on our heart it's time for us to go back, y'all just be ready to follow. We got to go. Isn't that right? If it's in your heart, you'll do what you got to do. If it's in your heart to go anywhere to the mall, buy something or do something, you make provision. It's in my heart to be what God say be. So I got to make provision. When the Lord called, I know he's going to make ready. I got to trust him like Abraham. Abraham didn't pack up nothing. He had to get out. What I'm going to do? He tell me, get out of my master's house. What I'm going to do? Why would you think he would take us and take us back to Jerusalem? In order to complete us being his bride. A man going to take a wife, he got to have someone to take her. He going to marry me and keep me here? I'm already here. Do I need somebody to come marry me and keep me here? If you're going to marry me, I need you to have somewhere for me to go. I'm going to need you to take me somewhere. Because you can't stay over here with me. You got to take me somewhere. Can any women understand what I'm saying? You want somebody to come marry you and keep you in your father's house? I need somebody, if you're going to marry me, you need somewhere to take me. So he's already got a place. So he can be joining me over there. I got to leave here. Y'all understand that? We got to, it only makes sense. We got to get out of here, folks. Y'all need to make, please y'all be honest with yourself today. I ain't trying to force this on nobody. Please don't think that at all. I'm good with your decision. You just be good with your decision. I'm good with what the words say. I believe what the man said. I got to go home. So my heart is already set to go home, just like it was for Isaac, just like it was. Told Isaac, don't even leave. So when I get there, don't make no sense. Me make no provision to go. Because where you going to bless me at? You know why? Because Abraham obeyed my law, my statute, and kept my covenant. He going to bless me when I get there. That's why Jacob, I got to get out of here. We've been here too long. We forgot we captives. We still in prison by these people. How have we become so? Listen, he let us write songs and sell them in stores. He let us act on movies. He let us play on football field, basketball court, and at the end of the day we get through. You still a slave. We don't let our oppressor make us think that we part of them. We don't have this man rights. We go to the poll and you find out you ain't got no permanent right. You know your time finna expire. Because you're not one of them. How have we sat here and tried to convince and teach our kids we one of them? You think the house Negro had the same right as the master because he got to sleep in the house? Oh, he can say in my house, boss? I got to get out of here. That's dangerous. They talk about some of the, you know what's dangerous? I'm going to get ready and let y'all go. There have been people in the past that have been kidnapped, captured. There was a young lady they found, I think Miranda Knox, had lived with her captors for like 18 years or whatever. They tried to find out why she hadn't escaped. Her oppressors had slept with her. They didn't let her sleep out. They kept her in the barn. And she had been there so long, she had become accustomed to it. They tried to figure why you didn't try to escape. You came into contact with people. There were neighbors that seen them. Other people she seen. She had bad children under her captives and reared them up there. They had been locked in and secluded, and he kept them away from education because they say education is knowledge. And you might come across the wrong knowledge and realize you're a captive and you need to get out of here. My captive had kept me so long that I managed to lay with them and think that this is normal. He asked us, are you a homeborn slave? Why is it that you like being a captive? What real rights do you have? The reason you so in love with this place. My name is not Miranda Knox. I see any chance I can escape and get out of here, I'm gone. I'm not going to sit here and just act like everything all right, cause some time to pass, because I can drink out of the same water fountain with these people. I can go to the restroom with these people. My captivity hadn't changed. At any time, any rights, he's allowed me. There's a difference when you're talking about inalienable. Those are given we can't take. Everything I got, he can take. Everything I've gotten is written, he can change. I got to go home. What God gave me can't be changed. You know why? It's settled in heaven. Now, y'all go ahead and you comfortable here, you stay here. You enjoy it. Whatever I leave behind, you can get it and he let you keep it. You stay here with your oppressor. But I'm getting out of here. Now, the Lord don't see fit. Some of y'all going to get to see the land. He going to get you out of here. Whatever you do, all I ask y'all to do, don't leave my bones in this place. Get me back. If I don't see you there, I'd love to see you in New Jerusalem. That's my hope. That's my hope. I'm going to be a thorn in his flesh till I get out of here. This man have worked me and driven me and beat me down. This man have made me to think less of myself, to shame myself and shame my God. I don't want to be here no more. I want to go home. I learned I got a place. I don't have to force myself on nobody. I don't worry nobody saying they don't want me in their neighborhood. Don't want my kids in their school. I got a place. I don't want to be here no more. I done sung his songs. I done danced to his jigs and his beat. I'm not happy anymore. While he wondering what's happening, what's going on, God is talking to his people. God is stirring up the hearts of his people to let them know it's time for y'all to come home. Can't you hear the sound? I got to get ready to meet my God. I got to make my way to get out of here. While I'm still able and I got opportunity chance. I sold out for these people. I lied for them. I covered up for them. I made every enemy he told me was his enemy. I made him my enemy without any type of real knowledge of what he told me, and I just took his word. Now I got to trust God. I got to trust God. I got to take him at his word. We got to realize while we're here, we're just passing through. We got to stop being so comfortable. We got to stop being so passive. And we got to start looking at, we got to make our way. And I used to keep trying to fight these people. They got another lie. Take our house, tell us the bank's going to come back and pay us back. The bank's under investigation. The bank's got to go meet with the Senate. The bank's going to send out money. They're going to pay the people back and take them home. Then we found the money the bank paying us back is the money we paid the banks for going in the home. So you took $20 out of my pocket and you gave me back $5. Bravo. Still $15 short. They tell me I've been vindicated now. All he do is lie to us. Everything he give us is a trick. It's a hoax to it. We found out all his musicians that I ever loved. David Copperfield, Houdini. They got a show come to expose him. All of his lies. It's all an illusion. Everything he gave us, everything he told, our education, we did it. We made sure we educated our kids and put them in the school. We fought, we marched. Because we want our kids good education so they can be afforded a chance to go out here and make something out of themselves in America. And we wind up finding out I still can't get the jobs they get. It was because I had no college degree, so I made sure we forced our kids and said, you got to go to college. You got to get your degree if you're going to get your job. If you're going to get out here and survive. If you get a college degree, you can write your own ticket. Y'all remember saying that, some of y'all? What's the next lie? He told us don't get no felony, stay out of jail, so we forced our kids and we beat them. Now, make sure you don't get incarcerated. If you get locked up, there's going to be a strike against you, and you're not going to get a job. Now I got all these people with college degrees, high school diplomas, no felony, and no jobs. Bravo. Then I had to tell you, by the way, if you don't pay those college degrees back after a certain period of time, I'm going to arrest you. You're going to be under arrest. You're under arrest. So the jail you tried to avoid, now you're under. The debt you tried to go get education so you didn't grow up like mom and dad. I don't want you to struggle like I struggled, me and your mama. I don't want you to see the hard time we went. Because see, me and your mama didn't have no education. See, we dropped out of school. And we had to work and struggle to try to make it. I want you to go to school and get a degree so you don't have to struggle. Instead of folk telling you what to do, I want you to be able to tell people what to do. When are you going to get tired of liking people telling you lies? We've been like a bad woman, been used to being beat so much we think it's love. Lied to us all the time. We know, we see the lipstick on the collar. I had let Mike wear this shirt, and okay. We done seen all their lies, and you can see it every now and then. Lord allow you to see it. You trust in lying words that cannot profit. He given us all his great white hole preachers, and now he trained the black Negro preacher to come tell us the same lie. So look, they consistent. It's got to be right. Because when you don't believe master, then master trained the field Negro to come there and tell you the same thing. Master told you don't go nowhere. Stay right here, don't escape. Then the black preacher. God told me we need to stay right here on the plantation. After a while, our God gonna come if we stay right here. Keep on picking cotton, shelling peas, letting the master lay with our wives. After a while, give him a hand. I'm not impressed anymore. I bought it. I ain't gonna say until I bought it. That's what he told us. But we want to hear what we want to hear. Well, like the color don't matter. I'm not worried about that. Because you got yourself where you just used to being lied to. And now I become your enemy. And Paul said, a man that tell you the truth. All I'm trying to tell y'all is the truth. Look at where we at. Look at what we heard in the people that told us the lies to get us where we at. You can't come here from Dr. King and everybody else. The premise look good, but you can't. Listen, the prisoners can't get together and decide how the prison going to be ran. First of all, y'all incarcerated. I'm the guard. He's the warden. I don't care how much protesting y'all doing. Burn your mattress. Y'all do a hunger strike. You cut the food. I'm going to bring the people. I'm going to beat y'all behind. Y'all do. I'm going to beat you behind. And when it's all said and done, guess what at the end of the day? You still here. None of these people are visionary. What mountaintop he went and looked over? The one in Alpharetta? The one in Alabama? You can't go and regulate no prisoner when you're a prisoner. You don't have no rights. All these so-called great civil rights leaders, they were trained by master to get you to think that justification, vindication for you was change your seat on the bus. You cried, you farted, you laughed, you wrote on signs, you walked and messed up your shoes. And when you got through, I got your bus fare, and I let you move up 2 seats, and then get what you did. You went right back to the back. Yep. Nigga, give yourself a hand. Give yourselves a hand. At the end of the day, where did you actually go? That's all I've been trying to tell you. You fought to get in his neighborhood, and now you right back to where you at. All black neighborhood. your protesting was loud. It was heard. And you know what really scared them? When you burned up your own house. Because I knew then, nigga, you is crazy. You trying to tell me something I haven't been listening, Hector. You burned up your house. What seemed to be the problem? What can I do to assist you? At the end of the day, when we get through, Hector house get put back. Guess where Hector live at? Back in his same neighborhood. Go ask the people that did all that burn up in Watts in the 60s. Go ask the people after Rodney King when they got through burning up and being. Where you think they was left to stay at? Where did they move back to? They went to Beverly Hills, you say? Orange County. Where did they go? Right back where they started. They've learned you. They've learned you. You like figments of your imagination. You like lies. You like people telling you things are going to change and nothing happened. You love it. That's why you've been here so long. I'm the problem. Because I'm trying to come here and mess up all your wonderful peace and your wonderful accomplishment. Go look at them degrees you got on your wall and ask that, oh, degree. Why does I not have a job? Oh, why has thou forsaken me with student loan debt that I could never afford to pay? Oh, if thou could answer. Because they move not, they speak not. Matter of fact, they just like you. And they taught you that Tony Smith is your enemy. We got to get out of here. Not Africa for the Africans, Jerusalem for the Jews. Isn't that right? And that's the only way we're going to be satisfied. Isn't that right? So I certainly appreciate all of your time again. Appreciate seeing my good friend Belinda back there.